Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, coming to you today with the new season update for Pokemon Go Battle League. I know a lot of people were hoping to see some big changes, and my goodness, we have a stack of updates to go through. First off, the season is called the Might and Mastery Season. So I'm going to be scrolling through here so we can take a look. First off, the season is going to begin on Tuesday, March the 4th, and it is going to run until June the 3rd. And let's take a look at the cups. First off, Willpower Cup returning. We have a new cup, the Scroll Cup Great League Edition. I'm not quite sure what that is. I imagine they'll get to it, but I always like seeing new cups as it shows they are looking to add some variety. Next, we have all three leagues, Master Premier, the Spring Cup, and then we have Great League Remix making a return, the Retro Cup, and the Catch Cup, but importantly, it's with the Great League, so you don't have to play it if you don't want to. There is a Go Battle Week in May, and it's a full week, 4-time Stardust rewards, and 20 sets per day, and there's going to be a hat inspired by Mustard. The Rank Up rewards, honestly, they did add Dreepy to it. I don't believe that was there last season. They have the standard encounters. But what we care about, we have avatar items inspired by Mustard, who is, I believe, the head NPC from the Isle of Armor DLC, which is very cool. The cups, willpower, Scroll is water, fighting in dark, and Primarina is banned. That'll be a very interesting meta. It is themed around Urshifu, which this whole season is built around. So that's a very cool idea. The rest of the cups we have seen before. Spring Cup now bans Jumpluff, Roserade, and Toxapex. Definitely happy to see a Toxapex ban. But what we care about is this. Psyshock is getting a buff. Its energy cost is being decreased. Dazzling Gleam, less damage, but a lower energy cost. A huge buff to Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet going from 45 damage to 70. So that is a very big change. Currently, Aqua Jet is 45-45. So I imagine they're moving it to 70-50. Dynamic Punch is getting cheaper. So cheaper energy cost, quite nice there. Sludge is getting a huge buff. Sludge currently is 50-40. Sludge now moves to 70-40. That is a massive improvement and will genuinely make Sludge a very, very good move. As for the Pokemon that learn Sludge, Galarian Weezing is, of course, going to be one of them. So I'm very excited to see what Sludge is going to do. Hex is getting a buff. So after Astonish kind of took over for these ghost types, Hex is fighting back. This is Pokemon like Alolan Marowak. It's Pokemon like Frostlass, Jellicent, Gengar. It's getting a buff in damage and energy generation. Acrobatics is getting cheaper, which is very cool. Oh my goodness, this update is huge. Air Cutter is having its damage reduced, its energy reduced, and a chance to increase the user's attack by 1 stage. Rock Tomb, oh my goodness. Rock Tomb getting a buff. Oh, I love Fortress, so I'm thrilled. It's getting more damage, less energy, guaranteed to lower the opponent's attack by a stage. And next we do have the first nerf of the season, Rollout, going from 8 damage to 7. This is, in my view, not going to be a massive nerf because all in all, a lot of the Rollout users don't get stab anyway, so they don't do a lot of damage, but Rollout is getting slightly checked. The next nerf we have is Nightshade. So Nightshade going from 80 damage to 70. So a slight check to Corsola. Corsola is still going to be amazing, but it's just going to make Corsola slightly less overpowering neutrally. Next up, we have Foul Play. Foul Play having its damage reduced, but its energy reduced. And a cheaper Foul Play will actually go wicked on something like an Umbreon, a Mandibuzz, a Malamar. So this will be Sableye as well. Oh my goodness, Sableye. Oh my goodness, Sableye. Okay, let's see. Discharge. Discharge is getting a rework. That's massive. Discharge has long been a terrible move. It is just It's so bad that it has the same damage as X-Scissor when X-Scissor is cheaper. It's having its damage reduced, but its energy cost reduced as well. So Discharge is going to be a bit cheaper, which is nice. Next up, attack availability updates. Piloswine getting Icicle Spear and Mamoswine getting Icicle Spear. I love this. I am ecstatic. This is cool. I'm a big fan of Mamoswine. So to me, we are starting off the season strong. Next up, Togetic. It's getting Psyshock. And if you remember Psyshock, having its energy cost decreased. So now we're actually going to see a move that can hit poison types on Togetic, which I quite like. So let's go back here to our good pal Togetic. And I'm pulling up in the background here Psyshock current stats. So Psyshock currently is 70-45, which means that they're moving it to 70-40 would be my guess. So Psyshock at 70, so Psyshock and Sludge are actually going to be clones of each other, which is a pretty interesting development. So out of moves that are currently 70-40, I'm double checking here. It is in the morning. Haven't had my coffee yet, but Doom Desire is 75-40. I don't think we have any 70-40 moves right now. So that's a very cool thing to get added. Oh, spoilers. Oh my goodness, I went too far. Togekiss also gets Psyshock. That's not going to be particularly impactful. Reuniclus also gets Psyshock. Bruxish gets it. And now we have some fast moves. Venomoth getting Psywave. Let's go. Lapras getting Psywave. I love Lapras. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Back in the day, in like Season 4 in the Ultra League, I ran Lapras constantly. It's been severely power crept. But now, with Psywave, Lapras is going to be able to fight back. That's unbelievable. Next up, we have, oh my goodness, it finally happened. It finally happened. Grumpig, which has been stuck with extrasensory for ages, now gets Psywave. I believe it's still only on nuke moves, but the fact that at least fixes one of its problems. Furret now gets access to Swift, and it would get same type attack bonus on Swift, which is nice. Linoon also gets access to Swift. That means Linoon finally gets a bait move. It's never had a bait move. Drampa, ooh, that's nice for Drampa. Drampa currently doesn't have a bait move as well. Its bait move was Fly. Now it gets access to Swift. Grumpig gets the new reworked Dynamic Punch as well. Dusknoir gets coverage against normals and darks. This is incredible. Ultra League Dusknoir, I really enjoyed using it, but the big complaint was always that this thing has no coverage. So if you play it, you're going to be in trouble. Oh my goodness. Another Lapras buff. Sparkling Aria. I am just over the moon right now. There are so many updates. I was expecting this to be a small update. And I'll be honest, right off the bat, they have absolutely cooked. And there's even more. Oh, please tell me that's a Sableye. Sableye now gets access to Dazzling Gleam. And Dazzling Gleam, as we go back, is having a rework as well. So Sableye gets access to a fairy move, which is very, very interesting. Ribombee gets Charm. Oh my goodness. Ribombee's issue is still that it has no bait move. But Ribombee Charm, I have an Ultra League Ribombee. I will probably run it at some point. Next up, Big Man Blastoise. He's getting a buff. Water Gun was not cutting it. He now gets access to Rollout. We have Kanto Weezing getting Rollout too. Oh my goodness. What an update. This is sensational stuff. I have really felt very unhappy with what I felt was like a lack of updates. And my goodness, have they delivered in this one. So Kanto Weezing has always had pretty okay charge moves, but it was stuck with Infestation and Tackle, which was terrible. But now with Rollout, Kanto Weezing, it has good stats. I'm excited to see what it can do. Wailmer gets Rollout. Please tell me Wailord gets Rollout. Wailord gets Rollout as well. What an update. We have Glalie getting Rollout. Credilli, oh, not roll up, but it's getting the Rock Tomb. And Rock Tomb, if we go back here, more damage, less energy, and it's going to guarantee debuff the opponent's attack by 1 stage. So Rock Tomb is actually a really cool addition to Credilli, because Credilli had Rock Slide, which is kind of a bad move, or Stone Edge, which is just kind of expensive. But giving a Rock Tomb with debuffs might give Credilli some extra play. Next up, we have Bombardier also getting access to Rock Tomb. Bombardier would really love a new fast move. I believe it can learn Sucker Punch in the main series, but right now, unfortunately, Bombardier has been sentenced to a life of Wing Attack, which I would not wish on my worst enemy. Next up, Swampert is getting Sludge. They're trying to bring the boy back. Swampert getting Sludge, and Sludge is getting a massive rework. It's now going to be 70-40. So Sludge is actually going to be a pretty good move. Because, hold on. Let me double check something real quick. This could actually bring Swampert back in such a major way. Yeah, it's the same cost as Hydro Cannon. Now Swampert has straight 5 to a poison move. That's crazy. Swalot gets access to Sludge. Dragalge gets access to, oh, I thought it was going to be Sludge. It gets Sludge Bomb. Either way, a cheaper coverage move on Dragalge is a win. I was hoping it was Sludge, but maybe that would have been too powerful on Dragalge, so it does get Sludge Bomb instead. But Swalot getting Sludge is interesting, because Swalot has, again, had that same issue of never having a bait move. They're really helping out a lot of Pokemon that have kind of been missing like one move away from potential viability. Because Swalot was stuck with Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam, but now having a 40 energy move is really nice. Roserade gets poisons. Dude, this update is insane. I know it seems like I'm losing my mind going through these updates. It's because I am. These updates are crazy. Oh my goodness. I am a little bit, not even a little bit, I am a lot at a loss right now. Furret gets access to Trailblaze, so they're really trying to help out Furret. Linoon gets Trailblaze. Florges gets a cheaper grass move, so it's not stuck with Petal Blizzard. Petal Blizzard is so expensive. Things are getting Sucker Punch. Please tell me Bombardier. Okay, Mightyena gets access to Sucker Punch. And an early look at Mightyena, it does have Crunch and Poison Fang. It's kind of attack weighted, but maybe Mightyena can cook in a limited meta. A Belly Bolt buff, its first move that isn't an electric move. Sucker Punch on Belly Bolt. Sign me up. It happened, folks. It happened. Bombardier is going to be back in a major way. Bombardier getting access to Sucker Punch is everything that I could ever ask for. Wow, what an amazing update. Look at all this. They really went hard on this update, and I am so excited. Oh my goodness. Bombardier now having Rock Tomb for guaranteed debuffs and Sucker Punch. And Rock Tomb's going to be cheaper than it was. I think we are going to see some changes here. They did give rollout to a bunch of things, but rollout should still be pretty strong. They reworked Nightshade. Well, not even reworked. They nerfed Nightshade to make Corsola just a little less strong neutrally, which does mean probably that Azumarill will have better play into it this season. A Discharge rework I'm very happy about. Discharge has long been terrible. A big buff to Hex. A huge buff to Sludge. Dynamic Punch energy decreased. Someone wake up Axon. That's a Metacham buff. Aqua Jet will be very, very interesting to see. Oh, Aqua Jet is energy cost decreased. I think I may have misread that earlier. So Aqua Jet currently. So Aqua Jet is going to be another one of these new 70-40 moves. So we have a lot of these 70-40 moves. It's Sludge and it's Aqua Jet. So 70-40 moves, pretty cool. Actually, no, I think I mentioned that earlier that it is 70-40. And so overall, this update, it's so cool. Let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite change based on all of these? But right off the bat, I think they cooked. I really do. I honestly do. Unbelievable changes this season. There's so much to be excited for. And obviously, stay tuned to the channel when the new season goes live, because with all this stuff to test, I am going to easily be posting 2 videos per day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.